Hello everyone, welcome back to our Generative AI from Scratch series. So in the last video, we have covered some of the pre-trained models. And now in this video, we'll be doing the fine-tuning of a model. I'll explain what is fine-tuning and how we do it. And I'll show you with an example. We'll create one model, we'll fine-tune it, and then we will test it with some data. We'll ask some question from it, and we'll see how it responds on the basis of pre-data that we provided to him. So what is fine-tuning? So imagine a general LLM like Mistral, Llama, or Phi. They are very smart student who knows English, coding, science, history, stories, everything. But if you want the model to become an expert on particular thing, for example, you want a model to be expert about the medical related thing. If you want a model to be expert about only the law related thing, okay, so when you want expertise on this certain field, you must give that student special training on that particular data. So that is where the fine tuning comes in, where we fine tune our models very precisely with particular type of data so that it can provide correct answers or relevant answers around that scenario or topic. Okay, so that special training is called fine tuning. So base model is what that knows everything, but fine tuned model knows everything but is highly specialized in a particular category. Okay, so now let me show you when you should fine tune and when you should not. It's not always required because it depends on the model that we are building, what kind of model we want to prepare. Okay, so for example, if we want to do create a chatbot kind of model where the purpose is just to chat. Okay, so that requires just the prompting. So that does not require fine tuning. Okay, it will learn from your conversation that is happening. Okay, and similarly, if you want to get some data out of PDF or some website question answering, so that is also does not require precisely fine tuning. That can be done using the RAG. Okay, but when you want to do some domain knowledge like chatbot, like some legal expertise, some financial expertise, and some healthcare expertise. Okay, so if you want your model to be expert, you want your model to be expert on particular domain, then you need to fine tune it according to that domain or category. Okay, so these are some example of those things. So fine tuning is powerful, but only needed when the model must learn new patterns. The model must imitate a specific style. The model must follow rules strictly. And for most real projects, we majorly use QLoRA. That is kind of a model that we use from the Hugging Face pipeline. Okay, some of the models are paid. There are some free versions of them as well. So what is LoRA and QLoRA? What are they? Basically, imagine the brain of a model is a huge notebook with billion of pages. You don't rewrite the whole notebook because that will be too expensive. So what LoRA model says, just attach a small new notebook with your new knowledge. Okay, so that's it. And I will process everything after that. But what QLoRA says, use an even smaller notebook and I will process it. So that is very cheap and fast. And it works great, like if we compare it with the LoRA model. So that's why companies love QLoRA model over the other models. Okay, now let's move ahead and we will write our code, how we can create some dummy data, and then that dummy data will provide to our model. Basically, we'll fine tune our model with that dummy data, and then it will learn that data. On the basis of that, then we'll do the question and answering on the particular domain. So the domain we have selected is a kind of a travel agent kind of thing. Okay, so we want our model to provide us the correct answer about any travel related questions. So now let's move ahead to the Google Colab. I will not be running it in my local VS Code because as I told you, these models need some heavy configuration system. So I'll try to use the Colab, Google Colab and its configurations. So that will be able to handle these models. Okay. And so I'm inside the Google Colab. Okay. And I'm also using the lighter model because there are different models, like we have some free models as well, and we have paid model as well. So paid models are definitely very heavy, and we have some free models as well. Those are also heavy. So I've personally for this training or this session, I've just chose one smaller model which is very light. So let me show you. Okay, so this is the model that I have chosen here. Okay, so this is very lightweight, so I'll use that. Okay, so the steps we need to follow will be as usual in installing these dependency. Like we need dataset, transformer, PEFT, accelerate, and bits and bytes. Okay, so we'll be executing this to install all our dependencies. Will take some time. Okay, so our dependencies are installed. Now the second step is this. We will be creating one dummy JSON with some dummy data that we will be passing to our model, and model will learn according to that data. So we have creating the travel agent kind of model. We are fine tuning our model in that category. Okay, so we have provided data with some text conversation here. Basically, it's a conversation between a user and an assistant. Okay, so we have provided some questions and answer of those questions, and then by reading these question answers, the model will convert or will learn or will train itself to and prepare itself to provide the answers of related questions. Okay, so these are some questions that I have provided here with the data, and I'm just basically writing it inside a JSON file. Okay, we are just writing it inside a JSON file, and that JSON file I'll be placing inside the same directory where my code is running. Okay, so I'll execute this. So my JSON file is created, travel dataset.json. So my dataset is ready now. Now the main step, the training step of our model. Okay, so I'll be loading the dataset to read the JSON. Okay, and I need these model and tokenizer things. Okay, and then I need the PEFT. So what I'm doing here is I'm loading the dataset first. Okay, I'm loading the tokenizer and the model for fast training. Okay, so model I've chosen is still GPT-2. This is the model that I've chosen, which is very lightweight model. Okay, then we are doing the fine tuning here. Okay, so we are doing the configuration for model, and then once it's done, the model is ready, and then what will we do? We'll also train model that it should be able to detect what kind of queries user is asking, what kind of instruction they are providing. So basically the possible inputs would be either it could be an instruction, either it could be a prompt, a question, or an input. So if you get such kind of text or such kind of basically input from the user, so you will be providing some possible output, like you have to provide some response, either answer as an output. Okay, so it is basically now extracting from these possible inputs and output. Okay, it will check if it's kind of a input, a kind of instruction, prompt, question, or input, what is it, and according to that it will provide the output. either it provides response, either it will provide answer, or either it will provide output. Okay, then once it's done, the data set is ready after the extraction, okay, according to these possible inputs. Okay, now we'll do the correct tokenization. This is the tokenization code. So this is the general way of doing the tokenization. Okay, and once the data, we have the data set tokenized, now this tokenized data set will be passing to our trainer. Okay, so here we are doing some training data set. This is the output directory where we want our trained model to be placed. Okay, and these are some other properties. And then we are calling the trainer, and on trainer we are passing the model which we want to train, and we want to pass the tokenized data set that we have created here. Okay, we have created here, and we are providing it as train. We want to train according to this data set. Okay, and the tokenizer we are passing here, and then we are calling this trainer dot train method, which will start the training. So once the training is complete, it will save the model with model.save pre-train to this with this name. Okay, and then tokenizer.save pre-train to this location. So now our fine tuning is complete after that. Let me execute it. So you'll see it will take some time because the models are little heavy, not very much heavy. I've chosen the lighter one, but still it will take some time because it's training. The fine tuning takes a little bit of time. Okay, for this one, I do not want to create any account or any existing account. I will say just uh, don't visualize my result. So the training is started. Cool. So the fine tuning is complete now. Okay, so my model is fine tuned and is placed with this name. Okay, now comes how to use it. Now this is the step where we'll be using this model. Now we are using our own created fine-tuned model. Okay, so same, we are importing the pipeline and we are doing the text generation, and the model we are using, the model that we created, the fine-tuned model, and the tokenizer also we are providing the tokenized that we exported to our same location. Okay, and then the prompt we are giving is the question. Okay, so user is asking, tell me best places to visit in Goa, and then assistant will provide the answer after this, and whatever answer it will provide inside this array at 0 index the generated text. So let me execute it. Will take some time. Yeah. So I think the model is answering. So we have asked this question, user tell me the best places to visit in Goa. Then assistant is asking from its own. So where you look the other way is the beach. More, have you done this to your home? Okay, so this at this point, I think it is uh, providing some random answers. Okay, so we will re-execute it one more time. Okay, so as you can see, I've just manipulated the temperature a little bit and started giving me uh, something close to some correct answer when I asked, tell me the best places to visit in Goa. Okay, so it's saying where else could I go for some work or meet a company. So basically, it depends on the model to model. Right now, I'm using the very light model and free model, so it will not work as perfect as the paid models and the good models that we have out there inside the Hugging Face. So I would recommend to use the paid model if you can, and then you will be able to get the most accurate answers out of it. Okay, so process is same. You have to just provide the data to it. Basically, just create data for it for the fine tuning. Create your model, uh, get the tokenization, and then basically train your model, and then save that trained model in the same location, and then start using that model in your code. Make sure you use the paid models because those are most accurate. They will provide you the correct answer, and they will learn, they will work very seamlessly. Okay, so this was just to show you how we can do the fine tuning. So I hope now you get it. So now I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.